Okay, I just want to give you an overview of the many ways that you can get connected to Label Connector for Xero for printing labels. Probably the most common and maybe the easiest way is from within your own, you know, Xero account. There's the dashboard and the various user interfaces there. If you just go into your organization and if you go to Settings, okay, and if you go to Connected Apps, here they've got a new entry point here to be able to like find apps. So I'm already logged into my Xero account here. So if I just search on labels, okay, so you can make labels, you can get to Label Connector right here, okay, and you can say get this app, okay. So now I want to kind of come back to this screen because this will just walk you through authenticating and getting registered and so forth. But the other entry point, of course, is you could just come right straight in. If you just Google Xero Apps Marketplace, you can get into the Apps Marketplace in general here, okay. And although this already sees that I'm connected to my Xero account, and again, if you search labels again, you'll see Label Connector, and boom, you can get the app that way. And then if you have seen us on YouTube and you've seen our web page and links like that, you could have come in from the AccuWare website, okay? AccuWare were the makers of Label Connector. So if you go here to Label Connector for Xero, you can register for the trial for Label Connector here. And what it'll do is it'll give you our credentials first. If you come in from the App Store, it's gonna it already has your Xero credentials, and it's going to ask you to register, and I'll show you that in a moment. But if you register here, then you can also get connected to Label Connector from our website, okay? And then if you're already registered, you can actually log in directly here, okay? And then one other detail is if you're shopping, it's time to purchase Label Connector, you can go down here to the Label Connector for Xero store item there and purchase easily there. So but then lastly, if you've been just looking for ways to do labels and you're on our let's say you're in our channel and you come into the Label Connector for Xero channel and you select one of the videos here, I'll just pick the one that I most recently made here for designing a label in our software. You can go down into the description here, and there's links to the App Store and also to that same web page that you were just on. So, but let's say the most common route in, again, was from your inside your settings in your own Xero account that you've already been using. Go to the connected apps, okay, and just search on labels. Select Label Connector and select Get This App. It's basically the trial you'd be signing up for at this point, okay? And you can just tell it which organization you want to connect to. I've already got one connected up from before, so I'm just going to say okay, and then it's going to ask you to just register for your trial, okay? And I've got a lot of this information filled in here. I'm going to put in a password. Let's register up. All right, gotta get that right. T0PSCC. Okay, and then that takes you through to. You can just continue with the organization, but you would normally, check and select your organization to connect to there. When you do that first connection, you will need to be the Xero administrator to have the rights to do that, but then additional users can be added later in our software here if you want to have non-Xero users even querying the data and being able to get in there. So now you're logged in, you can do things like, okay, let's sync the products, and there's all your products from your organization, etc., etc. And then you would then go in and design a label. So But basically, for getting access, if you come in from YouTube, again, you can get to the App Store here. And there we are. Or you can go to the AccuWare website from the YouTube videos as well. So there you go. So those are a lot of the ways into Label Connector. So if you're trying to track us down and you've seen Label Connector and it looks good and you want to give it a try, and those are the various ways to get in. If you look under Settings now, under Connected Apps, you'll see that, okay, yeah, so we didn't finish the connection workflow all the way, but we've got basically we're connected up if I were to refresh that page. So anyway, so that was a different organization I was looking at. I see. We connected with the other organization. So so you can get in from the App Store, entry point, a bunch of support information here for you. We're going to be adding still more support information for you as well. Lots of videos on our YouTube channel that you can see the capabilities of what we can do. All kinds of things for like searching orders of different types. So please contact AccuWare if you have any questions on how to get connected with Label Connector for Xero. Thanks.